to the third episode of the Sideline podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Derek Perez, alongside
Francisco Marinas, and let's get straight into it.
week two Thursday night football was something else. Tua, fourth concussion in 2 years.
Just retire, my boys. It's wraps.
It's rough to see. I like he said, I hope he retires. Dolphins need to either trade for Russell Wilson or sign someone like Ryan Tannehill. I know I've been saying Ryan Tannehill.
He's washed.
Mm-hmm.
Like price in the bag.
Like you said in this first take, oh my god, the amount we lost the entire first podcast. But it's all good. But like he said in the first episode, Ryan Tannehill is just a stiffer version of a 50-year-old Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and the Dolphins lost against the Bills. We'll get into that.
Yeah, Tua was throwing horrible passes all night long.
Yeah.
Like that, no scope to
No
the
scope on the
sideline.
sideline.
But the other two, I don't think were his fault. Robbie Chosen, it bounced off his shoulder. That should have been either grounded. If it was an incomplete, whatever, hit the floor, you get over it. You get over it. But it bounced off the shoulder and went flying. And the other one, he just ran the wrong route completely. Moving on, yeah. Week one recap. We already went over the Chiefs, Ravens, and Eagles, Packers.
What about that? Didn't you say Panthers over Saints?
Oh, I'm sorry, Frank Wiley.
Who's this man?
Yeah. Wait, hold up. Let me find it. Oh my God. Okay, there. We're good. No, we're not good.
What?
Why is it just not popping up? There
what?
It is.
The what?
I was trying to find like final out scores. Alright. Wait, no, this is week 4. Where?
Oh, I got it now.
Oh yeah, the Saints won by 37 without using Chris Olave. That just shows how good they could be. But at the same time, they have Derek Carr at 40 years old, who had a legacy game. 3 touchdowns on your head. But yeah, I don't think they could keep that many games in the season. But I shouldn't have picked the Panthers over them. In hindsight, biggest clown pick of the week.
Yeah, by far.
And the second biggest clown pick of the week, which we're going to talk about right now, Vikings versus Giants. Sam Darnold legacy game, not one touch, not even the amount of score you need for a touchdown.
I'm wearing that clown hat with pride. You cannot tell me Sam Darnold could score over 20 points in any other week.
He can.
No.
Yeah, probably. Nah, I'm telling you, Sam Darnold's going to have another 3-touchdown game at some point in the season.
No shot.
Danny Dimes is just not that guy, either way. There's no reason you should have picked the Giants in that game. The secondary is horrible. As long as you throw it up to Justin Jefferson, it doesn't matter how bad the pass is. With a secondary like the Giants have, you're going to get that ball. It was wraps.
Yeah, the Giants just sucked and Dimes sucks.
Moving up.
Patriots!
Beating the
Shootout game!
Beat the Bengals 16-10.
We did it! We gotta win! Let's go!
I gotta clarify something. It was on me when I was editing the reels. I put that he picked the Bengals, but in fact, roll the clip.
Nobody's like just straight facts. Patriots, 7 days a week, twice on Sunday.
He picked the Patriots, and yeah, that was on me. I'm sorry.
It's gonna be a blowout game.
Either way, the Bengals really underperformed, but we should have seen it coming as NFL fans. Jamar Chase didn't start practicing till I think it was Thursday.
Yeah.
T. Higgins is out. Tyler Boyd isn't there anymore. Mike Gesicki, they don't have the wide receiver they did.
Ramondre Stevenson, my man.
DeMarco Douglas taking over.
Yeah. Okay.
Next up is the Steelers versus the Falcons. What happened to this being an easy one?
Yeah, Kirk Coaching just underperformed. That's literally all that happened.
2 interceptions, 2 fumbles. TJ Watt absolutely taking over. Future Defensive Player of the Year this season. Yeah, it was just a great performance by the Steelers. Like I said, they win games that they shouldn't, and that's exactly what they did here. There's not much else to say. You got something there?
No. well said. Next game, Texans versus Colts.
Hey, the Texans performed as they should. The Colts, to me, it looked amazing. Anthony Richardson with the 80-yard bomb to Donnie Mitchell, the 50-yard bomb, the runs. He looked amazing out there. It just the defense didn't hold up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly the point now. They just the wide receivers from the Texans were just having their way with them. The secondary of the Colts.
Next up, the Cardinals versus the Bills.
Josh Allen, that's my MVP right there. That's my MVP. No, that's all that needs to be said. Marvin Harrison Jr., he's like, Kyler Murray can't see him over his offensive line or something. I don't know.
And the Bills, James Cook is gonna have a legacy game.
Cook was cooking.
No, that was wrong game. He didn't cook that game.
Yes, he did.
No, that was the Dolphins game.
No, he did good.
No, he had like 60 yards in that game. That's it.
They were influential. Like, he was breaking some tackles and stuff.
Yeah, but in like 20 attempts, he only had like 60 yards.
I don't care. We're keeping that in. Yeah, I like James Cook. He has
he had a high usage rate that game. Josh Allen was doing really well that game.
It's a great sign for the future.
The thing is, the Bills started off horrible. That first half was horrible for the Bills. But the second half, they put it all together, scored, I believe, 24, 27 points. Completely shut down the Cardinals and came back to win the game. 34-28.
Yeah.
Moving on, the Bears. Well, I shouldn't even say the Bears. I should say the Bears defense versus the Titans.
Special teams too.
That counts for the defense.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does.
You think
I said it does, so it does.
Fantasy. That's not fantasy football knowledge.
The D/ST, the D/ST Bears.
Yeah, Titans were trash. The Bears were trash. It was literally carried by the special teams. Like, simple as that.
I can't. Like I said, the Titans are the worst team. Their offense gave up more points than they put on themselves, and they had 20 more, and they put up 17 points, and they gave up more than that. They gave up 3 touchdowns. Insanity. And Will Levis was having a good game aside from the interceptions as well.
Okay. Next up, Jaguars versus your Dolphins.
The Dolphins underperformed to a certain extent. I thought they should have won by at least 7 points in this one. Brian Thomas, my boy's boy,
Offensive Rookie of the Year.
absolutely cooked Jalen Ramsey that first half. But as the second half came together, the Dolphins, the Tyreek Hill they punched the ball punch.
Yeah.
At the goal line against Travis Etienne, which turned into the Tyreek Hill touchdown. It all worked together in the second half, and we ended up getting the game by an inch.
Yeah, literally a game of inches.
Next up is the Broncos versus the Seahawks.
Andrew, what happened? Okay, yeah. Broncos suck. Yeah, Seahawks played better. DK Metcalf underperformed.
Kenneth Walker saved the game though.
Yeah, Kenneth Walker, Superman on my fantasy team. You already know.
Yeah. There's not much to say there. The Bo Nix is just not gonna be that guy. Geno Smith was not gonna be that guy. It wasn't the greatest of games. It was an average football game. It was fun because it was close, but not because
it was good.
Yeah. Next up,
Raiders versus Chargers.
Yeah. This is not talk about the Raiders. They did a horrible. Devontae Adams. The only bright spot on the offense was
Brock Bowers.
Yeah, Brock Bowers. And Devontae Adams just underperformed completely.
Jacoby Myers had a
Zamir White, I cannot explain to you how much he underperformed in my opinion.
No.
Zamir White,
he did perfectly like how I expected him to do.
Yeah, but I have him on my fantasy team.
Fantasy football knowledge, you folks.
Hey. Moving on, the Chargers. We didn't talk about the Chargers.
J.K. Dobbins.
Yeah.
When he exists.
When he exists, he is one of the better running backs in the league.
No, come.
Better. That means like top 16.
I can name you 16 running backs right here, right now that are better than him.
Better for one game or better for a whole season?
Whole season.
That's not what I'm saying though. When he is healthy, meaning for one game.
For one game?
I'd rather have J.K. Dobbins probably than a couple other running backs.
That's fair. Okay. Moving on, Cowboys versus Browns.
Yeah, I picked the Browns here. They just had too many injuries. I didn't think about that.
It's the plot armor. Cowboys plot armor.
The Cowboys, they had CeeDee Lamb. I predicted the Browns to win before CeeDee Lamb was back in. He was completely ruled out and then ruled back in. Some confusion there.
Yeah. I still have the Cowboys either way, though.
Yeah, plot armor, like he said. Cowboys will find a way to win a game.
Yeah.
In the regular season. Let me make that very clear. Find a way to win a game in the regular season.
In the regular season, yeah.
Next up, Buccaneers versus Commanders.
Yeah, just Mike Evans, just the Buccaneers masterclass.
Yeah. Baker Mayfield, Mike Evans, like he just said, Chris Godwin, Rashad White. Their offense works together so well. They have a great defense, great linebacker core. I love this. I love that team. I think they're gonna be
pretty good. Yeah.
They're gonna overperform to people's expectations.
Next up, Rams versus Lions.
Prime time game. What an amazing game. I can't express that enough. The Rams just their first half ruined them. There's no other way to put it.
Yeah.
Matthew Stafford's interception, his near interception. They only put up 3 points in the first half. In the second half, they came back, the fire lit in them, without Puka Nacua, without the left tackle, without half their O-line, and still, they put up 17 points, taking it to overtime. Dave Montgomery masterclass.
But that's crazy how the Lions were able to get Marshawn Lynch. Like, I don't know how they did it. By Marshawn Lynch, I mean David Montgomery.
They're the same person.
The same person, yeah, same person.
It looks like they're twins out there. And the last game of week 1 was the Jets versus the Niners. There is no reason for anyone to pick the Jets in this one. The 49ers, they had Christian McCaffrey. They had the black version for Christian McCaffrey. In Jordan Mason, he went absolutely nuts this game. Yeah, they had everybody. The 49ers played really well. There's no other way to put it, except Brandon Ayuk.
Yeah.
And the Jets just underperformed. Aaron Rodgers finally looked old.
He does look old though.
And that's my point.
Yeah. He doesn't get out the pocket like he used to. His throw, he's still a good pocket passer. Just can't doesn't have the mobility like Jordan Love or Jalen Hurts or Josh Allen or Patrick Mahomes or Justin Herbert or C.J. Stroud or Anthony Richardson or Trevor Lawrence or Tua Tagovailoa or it's just
Did you mention Tua over Aaron Rodgers?
For mobility purposes, yes.
Mobility purposes? I go hospital bed.
This was week 1. This was week 1.
Alright, and then we got to week 2. We're talking about again Tua Tagovailoa and his. We're just
speaking of mobility.
Yeah. But still, it was. I know I just made a joke out of it, but at the same time, that was a really bad injury. He had defensive response along with the finger shaking. It looked really bad. I wish the best for him, and I hope he retires, man. That's basically it. The Bills, they had an amazing game. James Cook legacy game. This is where James Cook had a legacy game, not in week 1.
He had a good game in week 1, I said.
He had a solid game, not a legacy game. Yeah. That's basically it. We already talked about this earlier. So let's move on to our week 2 quick picks, I guess.
49, just 49.
Yeah,
just based off the name, just
give me the 49ers over the Vikings.
No,
if I'm being specific, give me the 49ers 41-16.
Yeah, somewhere around there. At least minimum by 24, 25 points.
Yeah. Next up.
Doesn't even matter who we play against.
Give me the Seahawks. 20-17. Give me the Seahawks 20-17.
You doubted us last week?
And we're doubting you again. I don't think you can keep it up.
I think we can, honestly. Ramondre Stevenson.
I think DK Metcalf is finally going to show up. And when DK Metcalf starts showing up, your defense, I don't care about Christian Gonzalez, Christian Rodriguez, Speedy Gonzalez. I don't care about anyone.
Speedy Gonzalez. Racism is crazy. Bro, just because he's Mexican, just because he's Hispanic, that's crazy.
I said Christian Rodriguez as well, so shout out Christian Rodriguez, UFC featherweight.
Oh yeah, I got the Patriots by minimum 1.
Alright, next up is the Giants versus the Commanders.
Terrible, the worst game of the week.
I give me the Commanders.
Commanders, not because they're better, they're just less worse.
I think you couldn't have put it better.
I
know. Next up, another pretty bad game. The Chargers versus the Panthers.
Panthers just sold the team, honestly. There's no.
This is the same explanation as the last game. It's not that the Chargers are good; they're just less worse.
Yeah.
So give me the Chargers, 31-17.
More.
I think the Panthers
is eating against that.
I think more than 31 points.
Yeah, definitely.
I rate the Saints the offense more than I rate the Chargers offense.
The Chargers offense got some like huge bright spots.
Joshua Palmer, yeah, but at the same time, some of these guys don't show up consistently. So,
Ladd McConkey had a great first game.
Next up, the Saints versus the Cowboys.
Give me plot armor, boys. Cowboys.
A part of me wants to pick the Saints, but that part of me is wrong. I'm gonna go with the Cowboys. I don't know. It'll be a close game. I have it 24-20 for the Cowboys, but I hope the Saints pull this off. And I think with their with the momentum they carry week 1, there's a high possibility that they win this game. This is
momentum. They beat the Panthers.
Yeah, but when you put up 47 points against an NFL team, it doesn't matter which NFL team. That's like, something you carry into the next game.
That's like if you beat a 6-year-old little girl in a game of basketball, like a 1v1 basketball game, and you beat her by 50. Are you gonna go out telling people you beat them by 50, or you?
I'm gonna just say, bro, I won a 1v1 by 50 points, bro.
By 50 points, exactly. Yeah, see, the stats don't tell the full story.
But at the same time, you're gonna carry momentum. That doesn't matter that it was against the Panthers. They had a great first game minus Chris Olave.
I mean, Chris Olave didn't have a good first game because they did good. They didn't give him you don't pass the ball that much when you're up by a lot.
Yeah. Next up is the Colts versus the Packers.
Colts.
Yeah.
Malik Willis just put the.
If this is the Jordan Love led Packers, I'll take the Packers. But because it's Malik Willis and not Jordan Love, the Colts should have win this one 28-16. I still like the Packers defense. I can see Anthony Richardson throwing an irresponsible interception, and then therefore 28-16 and not 35.
I'm going with 35-16.
Alright, next up is the Browns versus the Jaguars.
Rawr, give me the Jaguars.
What happened last time you played the Jaguars?
I mean, you guys almost choked though.
Hey, but we didn't. Give me the Browns 20-17. Same score they lost to last week.
Just them winning.
The Browns have such a good defense. Oh, I know some players are hurt, but for the most part, the defense is so good. I love the Browns this season, even with a loss to the Cowboys week 1. I'm taking the Browns.
I'm only going with the Browns if Deshaun Watson gets his massages.
But I will fly to Cleveland right now to give him a massage. If it means they win the game.
Massage where though?
Alright, now.
Okay.
Jets versus Titans. This is a pretty easy one.
Give me the Jets. Give me the Jets.
Yeah, I got the Jets in third biggest blowout of the week, 34-14.
Yeah, it has to be a minimum 3 touchdowns.
Yeah,
minimum.
34-14.
Garrett Wilson, Al Lazard, they're all.
And they have such a great defense as well. Yeah. I can see a defensive touchdown as well, making it 41, but I must stay conservative and just say 34.
Is Sauce Gardner gonna play next week?
I'm not sure. I still questionable. Let's see. Next up is the
Buccaneers.
The Buccaneers versus the Lions. I got the Lions, but closer than people expect. Give me the Lions 29-28, game-winning 2-point conversion.
That's such a random winning 2-point conversion.
Yeah, they get the touchdown 27-28, and then Dan Campbell's get me the 2-point conversion. No pad attempt to go to overtime. Overtime. Went to overtime last week.
No overtime. That's for sissies.
Exactly. Yeah, that's basically it. The Lions should win this one. Like I said earlier, I think the Buccaneers are going to overperform all season, but this one is just... Well, they beat one of my favorite teams this season in the Rams. Yeah, overall.
Sneaky.
So I'm going to be picking the Lions a lot after that game.
I just feel like the Lions defense is just way up better than the Buccaneers defense.
Yeah, but the Lions also declined on the defensive side this year.
They declined, but they're still better.
They're better, but not way better, in my opinion. They have the way better secondary, but the linebackers in Tampa are better, in my opinion.
Right, yeah, that's fair.
So it's somewhat even on defense, slightly towards the Lions. It's going to be an offensive game. The offense is going to determine who wins.
Yeah.
And next up, we have the Raiders versus the Ravens. And this is the easiest pick of the week. Give me the Ravens in the biggest blowout of the week, 45-10.
In folk culture, when you see a Raven, that means your soul that means you're about to die. That's what's gonna happen to the Raiders this week.
Yeah.
They're gonna get decimated, cremated, demolished, however you want to say it. They're not recovering from how bad they're gonna get this beating.
Next up, the Rams versus the Cardinals. I'm taking the Rams, like I said earlier. They're one of my favorite teams this season, and I'm gonna stick with them. Even without Puka Nacua, even without their left tackle and some of their offensive line, I'm still sticking with the Los Angeles Rams.
I'm gonna take the Cardinals this week. I feel like Marvin Harrison's gonna have a huge bounce back year.
Bounce back year?
No, not year, game. Still a rookie. Kyler Murray showed great promise last week, and there's some underrated pieces on that offense that could boom this week. Boom. Yeah, so
why is he trying to be like DK Metcalf?
No. They just we bring the boom. And I feel like them having a really close game with probably one of the best teams in the AFC is gonna bring them momentum against a team like the Rams, who are also coming off a loss.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I'm still sticking with the Rams. I think they're a better overall team.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Cardinals are gonna put up a fight. James Conner had an amazing first game. Like you said, Marvin Harrison. They have other weapons on the offense like Trey McBride, the receiver. I'm forgetting.
Dorsey?
Yeah, Dorsey. He had an amazing first game. Next up is the Chiefs versus the Bengals. Give me the Chiefs.
Yeah, defending champs. Come on.
The Bengals had an awful first week against
Patriots.
So yeah, I'm taking the Chiefs by 2 touchdowns at a minimum, and I'm gonna keep it at the minimum because I still have hope Joe Burrow has a good season and manages his game well, doesn't throw interceptions, manages his game well enough to keep it competitive, somewhat at least 38-14 Chiefs. With a late touchdown from the Chiefs, that's why I say somewhat competitive. They just pull away late.
If I'm going with the Chiefs, but if some way, somehow, Jamar Chase is able to just have that type of game, like 150 yards, 2-3 touchdowns.
Which he could do any game by the way.
He could just randomly pop off. I'll give it to the Bengals, but realistically, I'm going
Remember, he has that 150-point fantasy game a year.
Yeah. Go with the Chiefs though. Stronger defense.
Yeah, agreed. Next up is the Steelers versus the Broncos. Another really bad game, Andrew. Yeah. But I'm taking the Steelers in this one. Not super high scoring, 23-13. Defensive minded game. I just don't see the Broncos putting up that many points on the Steelers defense. And the Steelers being able to actually score a touchdown finally. 2 actually. I got the Steelers scoring 2 touchdowns. 1 rushing, 1 passing.
Bo Nix getting a touchdown?
Bo Nix is getting 1 touchdown.
1 touchdown.
1 touchdown.
Well, the Steelers about to steal the Broncos lunch money. Like, they're getting absolutely cremated, decimated. Like I said before. Yeah, the Steelers, they just find a way to just randomly win. I can't tell you, like, just off a certain projection.
Yeah, it's what I said last week. The reason I picked them up against Bucks.
They just win randomly. Like, that is in their DNA.
But this one isn't randomly. They should win this one on paper.
Yeah.
But next up, Sunday Night Football. The Cincinnati Bears. Who, well, like I said earlier.
Cincinnati? They
The Chicago Bears versus the Houston Texans. Who you got?
I got the Bears.
That's surprising. I love their defense. Well, I know they're playing the Titans, but at the same time, like their aggressiveness on the defensive side of the ball, their special teams, the punt return touchdown, the kickoff, 70-yard run.
Yeah.
It was an amazing performance by the special teams and defense. I just don't trust their offense whatsoever with Caleb Williams. DeAndre Swift, I love him, but he's always getting hurt. Except when he was on the Eagles and had an O-line, but he doesn't have an O-line here in Chicago. Yeah. So, I'm taking the Texans 31-20.
No, I just feel like if the offensive line learns from their mistakes and like actually like learn how to block correctly, give Caleb Williams the time to throw at Keenan Allen.
Keenan Allen loves his deep routes. He can't get there enough.
He got 12 targets and only caught 6.
Yeah.
Because they were just
it was bad passes and it was just like, oh, you're going deep.
Yeah. But if they do learn how to clean up like correctly on the blocking side of things, they could cause some damage.
I agree. Last but not least, for week 2, the Monday Night Football, The Falcons versus the Eagles.
I learned from my mistakes. I'm not trusting Kirk ever again. Give me the Philadelphia Eagles.
I'm taking the Eagles too, but I don't think it's going to be as big as a blowout as people are saying. I think the Eagles are only going to score 24 points, honestly, or 27, maybe 28 if they decide to get another touchdown around a field goal. I like the Falcons' defense to a certain extent. They didn't allow the Steelers to score even a touchdown. They just allowed 6 field goals, but
yeah.
So I think their defense can hold their own, but they won't score a touchdown of their own. Give me the Eagles 24-6.
Oh yeah, the Eagles just have too much firepower. The Falcons can't really contend with Saquon Barkley, Devonta Smith, AJ Brown, Jalen Hurts. Like that's just too much.
AJ Brown's gonna lock up one of them.
We're not gonna lock up one of them, but you got the other two.
Exactly.
Just too much firepower.
But I'm saying they could stop the offense to a certain extent, not let them go off for 40 points.
I mean, they could if they get into a rhythm.
But I don't see it. I can see it, but I don't see it, if that makes sense.
So you're just blind. Okay, we got it. Okay.
And last but not least, we won't beat him for week 3 Thursday Night Football, so we're going to predict it now. The New York Jets versus the New England
Patriots! Give me the Patriots over the Bunny Jets. Come on.
Give me the Jets 24-10.
That's just me.
Moving on with the momentum for week 2. The Patriots are going with their momentum, keeping the losing streak.
Keeping the losing streak?
Yeah, because I got them losing to the Seahawks as well.
They're going to be on a winning streak, actually.
So, give me the Jets 24-10. I don't think their offense is going to do great, but their defense will completely lock up the Patriots, Demario Douglas, and Drake May. Drake May's aura, I'm sorry. They'll lock up Drake.
Christian Gonzalez is going to hold his own against Garrett Wilson, though.
Sure.
Allen Lazard is basically going to be the wide receiver 1.
They also have Mike Williams. He'll still be healthy by week 3.
Doesn't exist.
By week 5, he'll be hurt. But by week 3, he'll still be healthy.
He'll be half existent.
Yeah, let's put it like that.
Yeah.
But he'll still get his 4 or 5 targets. Let's say he drops 1, 3-4 receptions for 70 yards.
If we do end up getting to Aaron Rodgers and he can't move out the pocket, might cause some problems though.
That's very fair enough.
Ramondre Stevenson's gonna get his 25 attempts, 6 targets. Might have another crazy game like he did against the.
But I just don't see them getting past the Jets defense. Sauce Gardner will 100% be back. We say he's questionable for week 2, but he'll be back for week 3. Their entire defense is so good overall. I can't go against it.
I'm not going.
Especially against a lackluster offense, the Patriots.
I'm not choosing a division rival to beat the Patriots.
I would never for the Dolphins either.
I would never go against my Patriots.
Maybe I have to now, but
because of Tua. Tua turned the ball.
Pray for Tua.
To some extent.
And that's it for week 2/week 3 of Thursday Night Football predictions. Now let's move on to award predictions, which I think this is the 10th time this is the 10th time we try to do it, but
it's cursed or something. I don't know.
Yeah, we might mess up this entire podcast trying to film this. But let's do quick picks. We say quick picks, then we discuss every time. We don't have much time on our hands, so let's just do this real quick. Coach of the year, who you got?
I got the Jets coach. Let me search up his name. Jets coach.
I got the Eagles head coach, Nick Sirianni. I think they're going to be the best team in the NFC. What's his name?
Robert Saleh.
Yeah, I got Nick Sirianni. I think they're going to have the best record. But my honorable mention is Todd Bowles. Like I said, I think the Buccaneers are really going to overperform. So if they improve to about a 12-5 record, he has the argument that he improved the team so much.
Yeah.
He has that argument. But I would give it to the best team in the NFL when it's by that big of when you only lose 2 games in a season and improve by 4 games. Alright, comeback player of the year. Who you got?
You said the best team in the NFL?
Like,
you didn't choose Jerome Mayo.
Alright, moving on. Comeback player of the year. Who you got?
I got Aaron Rodgers coming back from his Achilles injury.
Everybody only comes down to 2 players. It's either Joe Burrow or Aaron Rodgers. I think I'm going to side with Joe Burrow. I think he's going to have the better season. Like Aaron Rodgers coming off a big injury. Yeah. And he's also more loved by the fans, in my opinion. Aaron Rodgers has a lot of haters out there.
Yeah, but
and more loved by the media in general.
I guess,
By the corporation, the organization of the NFL. So, and that also matters to a certain extent when you're talking about awards. So I think Joe Burrow's gonna win.
That's fair. Yeah, both of them have like equally a strong argument if they do good this year.
All right. Defensive rookie of the year. Who you got?
Give me Dallas Turner, the Alabama boy.
Yeah, there's no argument against Dallas Turner here. But for me, I'm taking Jared Verse from the Los Angeles Rams. We saw in week 1, he got the opportunity. He got that one big sack against Jared. Jared sack. But yeah, it's the opportunity he's gonna get in Los Angeles. Dallas Turner, he's the favorite for a reason. There's no argument against him. He's gonna have the opportunity. He has the size. He's gonna likely run through a bunch of the offensive linemen, get a couple sacks.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't like picking the big favorites for these rookie awards because they normally don't pan out. When you pick the big favorites.
I guess, yeah. But I think Dallas Turner is just that good, though.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Alright, next up, offensive rookie of the year.
Give me before week 1 happened, I had this written down. Brian Thomas Jr.
Yeah, and after week 1, I'm switching up to Xavier Worthy. Bandwagon, say what you want, but the amount of touchdowns he had, only 3 receptions, but in those 3 receptions, he had 2 touchdowns. So if he could keep even something like that ratio up, he's gonna have so many touchdowns this season. There's gonna be no argument.
He's not gonna have the ball, though. He's too contested.
That's what I'm saying. Even if he keeps this reception to touchdown ratio,
he's not gonna keep it. This basically impossible.
That I know, even somewhat. Now, I'm not saying he's gonna get a touchdown every reception, but if he gets a touchdown every 5 receptions, he's winning offensive rookie of the year, in my opinion.
What about Brian Thomas, who's gonna be less contested now that he's established himself as a problem?
I still think Christian Kirk is the one option. I still think for the most part Evan Ingram is over him. He had a horrible week 1, wasn't catching the ball whatsoever.
Brian Thomas dominated James.
And Travis Etienne is also gonna get his touches.
He's gonna get less now because of Tank Bigsby.
Yeah. But exactly, another person taking touches to Brian Thomas. Even though it's in the run game. So, you took Travis Etienne is a solid receiving threat as well. Not crazy, solid.
Yeah.
So that's more targets taken away. I don't like it. It's the same argument for both guys. They're not enough targets. I just think out of the 2 guys, Xavier Worthy is going to get more touchdowns.
Not sneaky pick, but Marvin Harrison is also honestly a favorite to win it.
I don't like it.
I mean, he's gonna get the volume no matter what, though.
They pull up the week 1 stats.
Week 1 is fake.
Next up, defensive player of the year.
Give me Michael Parsons. 2 years removed from his almost MVP season, captain of the ship on defense for the plot armor boys. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with TJ Watt. He should have won it last year, in my opinion. He had an amazing week 1, getting a strip sack on Kirk Cousins. He had an amazing week 1. Off of that, even with the injury he had last year, late last year, he's still looking great. So I'm gonna take him.
So you're telling me you chose this after week 1?
Yeah, I had Myles Garrett before week 1. I didn't think TJ Watt would look great. I thought he'd have some. You see something with the injuries, but he looked great. So I'm switching up after week 1.
Hopping on the bandwagon, huh?
Hey, still, a lot of people aren't saying TJ Watt for DPI.
Not a lot.
No, compared to Micah Parsons and all these guys.
I mean, Michael Parsons is definitely the favorite, though.
Yeah, he is the favorite.
Okay, so next up.
Next up is offensive player of the year.
Give me Garrett Wilson.
I don't like that pick. Like I said, I don't think Aaron Rodgers is going to do that good. Yeah.
So what's your pick?
No.
Oh my god, you're so lucky that it happened again. Oh my. That's probably the reason why you deleted them. You didn't have the time to avoid part.
My offensive player of the year. This was before week 1. He could attest to it. Give me Saquon Barkley. He had week 1 only showed why he's going to be the offensive player of the year. 3 touchdowns in the very first week. Yeah, it's going to be a perfect season for him. He's not the only person on the offense. Defense are zoning in on him. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. He's gonna be,
And he's still a receiving threat. Look, did you see that Jalen Hurts mesh spot corner touchdown pass? That was perfect.
he's gonna have the perfect season, offensive player like of the season type season until like week 5 or 6, when he ultimately gets injured for the rest of the year, sits out, and has great stats when he plays, but then doesn't exist for over half the year.
At the same time, with defenses not zoning in on him, he's gonna have less pressure, like less defensive attention on him, less big tackles, big hits. So I think at most he'll be out for like 3-4 games, playing 14-15 games this season.
Nah, I don't think he'll stay healthy that long.
Alright, now the moment we've all been waiting for. The MVP. Who you got?
I had this before week 1. Give me Josh Allen. Captain of the Bills Mafia over there.
And I had this before week 1. Give me Patrick Mahomes. I know it's a basic pick, but he's got the plot armor. The same reason he's always picking the Cowboys. He's got the media behind him. He's gonna be the best team in the AFC.
Got the Swifties.
Yeah. It's even if he isn't the most valuable player, objectively, subjectively, he's gonna be the MVP because of the fans. The NFL's trying to push the entire Chiefs organization.
So you're saying he doesn't...
He probably shouldn't win it. Probably Josh Allen, objectively, will be the most valuable player. But they'd probably still give it to Patrick Mahomes if they end up with a 14-3 record or something along those lines.
But if Josh Allen does lead them to the first seed in that, like, in the AFC, he ultimately...
In the AFC, 100%. But I don't think they'll get that far. With first seed in the AFC. Maybe first seed in the division, this hurts so much to say. But with no Tua and maybe Skylar Thompson for 15 games, there's a chance that the Bills win the division and not the Dolphins.
Yeah, you're right. It won't be the Bills. It'll be the Jets in like an alternate case. Dolphins are not making playoffs even before Tua got injured.
All right. Well, yeah, that's basically it. Award predictions. Week 2/Thursday night football predictions, and week 1 recap. Tune in next Saturday, 6 p.m. Thank you for tuning in.